Leadership. Leadership is the process by which an executive directs, guides, and influences the work of others in choosing and attaining a specified goal. Leadership is the ability of the manager to induce subordinates to work with competence and zeal. Leadership is the activity of influencing people to strive for mutual objectives. Leadership is the shifting of one's vision to higher heights, the raising of man's performance to higher standards, the building of man's personality beyond for normal limitations. In conclusion, leadership is defined as the process of influencing group activity towards the achievement of certain goals. In other words, leadership is the act or process of influencing people so that they will strive willingly and enthusiastically towards the achievement of group work. Characteristics of leadership. Process of influence related to a situation, function of simultaneation, common goal, continuous process, interpersonal relation, power. Process of influence. Leadership is a process whose important ingredient is the influence exercised by the leader on group members. A person is said to be an influencer over others and they are willing to carry out his wishes and accept his advice, guidance, and direction. Successful leaders are able to influence the behavior, attitude, and beliefs of the follower related to a situation. When we talk to leadership, it is always related to a particular situation at a given point of time and under a specific set of circumstances. That means leadership styles will be different under different circumstances. Function of stimulation. Leadership is the function of motivating people to strive willingly to attain organizational objectives. Leaders are considered successful when they are able to subordinate the individual interests of employees to general interests of the organization. A successful leader allows his subordinate to have their individual goals set up by themselves in such a way that they do not conflict with the organizational objectives. Common goals. Leadership is the ability of influencing behavior of the people to work willingly to achieve some common goal. Continuous process. Leadership is a continuous process. A leader continuously makes effort to influence behavior of his group members. Interpersonal relations. Leadership involves interpersonal relationship between the leader and his group. A leader influences his group of members at the same time group members also influences the leader. Though a leader does not dominate the will of others but tries to relate the will of many people to get them work as a team. Power. Leadership is based on power. A person holding the power over the others is leader. By virtue of power, a person is in position to influence behavior of his group members. A leader may derive power from superior knowledge, information, experience, or performance, formal authority, charisma, and distinct personality. A leader has got multi-dimensional trait in him, which makes him appealing and effective in behavior. The following are the requisites to be present in a good leader. Qualities of leadership can be categorized broadly as the following: personal qualities and managerial qualities. Under personal qualities, sound physique, intelligence, vision and foresight, sense of responsibility, self confidence, and willpower, humanist, objectivity, flexibility falls. Leadership is a personal quality of a person. It is behavioral quality and the ability to influence others towards accomplishing the work. And also, there is managerial qualities of a leader, which includes technical knowledge, organizing ability, human relation expert, power of judgment, social knowledge of work, psychology, effective communicator, motivation skill. A manager leader is responsible person for managing various managerial functions. He has to manage physical and human resource for a smooth operation of the organization. The main function of manager leaders are initiation, organization, representation, creating confidence, administration, communication, cooperation, integration, production, evaluation of performance. अब इसको description से हामी detail में पर्छ. Initiation. The leader has to search all the measures needed to make the organization healthy, strong, and progressive. He has to keep his organization ahead of others. He has to show his activeness, strong participation for determining program and carrying out required action. Organization. The leader comes front to manage all kind of resource for operating functions in organization. He has to select right man for right job. He has to support the management to structure organization by assigning roles and responsibilities in scientific lines by considering the abilities of individuals. Representation. Leadership is the representative of his group. A good leader always protects the interests of his subordinates and looks after their well being as a guardian. He has to defend the integrity of the entire group, creating confidence. A good leader maintains close personal relationship with followers. He or she understands their qualities, interests, skills, and capacities, and also suggests the need at needed time. By the entire qualities, he or she wins the heart of the subordinates. He or she impresses them in such a way that they can never go against him. He or she gives the feeling that the boss is always right. Administration. A leader is an also administrator. He or she has to carry out administration process like planning, organizing, directing, controlling, coordinating, motivating, etc. He or she has to develop appropriate rules or system for different work and implement effectively in the action. Communication. A good leader has to set specific path or network of communication in the organization according to the chain of command for both upward and downward communication. The flow of information can be complete, clear, and easily understandable. Cooperation. A leader has to unify the individual effort as a group effort. There should be proper cooperation between the leader and followers. A social and friendly teamwork should be formed where everyone can understand and support each other. The leader has to secure voluntary cooperation by offering friendliness and responding trust in subordinates. Integration. A leader integrates the effort of the group. Common objective cannot be achieved without coordination. In the way of specialization, each unit or action is part of the whole work. The integration of the units into the whole is a function of a leader. Production. A leader should adopt a style which increases productivity. Production oriented style of leadership enhances profitability in the organization. While adopting this style, a leader should encourage and satisfy his subordinate. Evaluation of performance. Lead a good leader always evaluates the performance of his subordinate. If a subordinate is working well, he or she is rewarded. Otherwise, he or she should guide or punish. Rewarding guidance and punishment are oriented to motivate workforce to bring effectiveness in the organization.